Welcome back. I know last week's host was not all that great, but don't worry, I am back. So everything will be smooth sailing from right on out. Right. Yeah. Back so soon, huh? Well, you will be glad you did because we got all that movie goodness you are looking for. Now, first up, got the man, Vinny Nelson.
Hello, I'm Vinny. I come here to talk about Spielberg today and some new trailers, some exciting trailer news.
Yep. Next up is the man who will never make a Facebook page, Brian Murphy.
Well, I don't know. Mark Zuckerberg is going to run for president in 2020. I don't need to support it. He's not a man of the people. I know he visits farms in Idaho, but don't be fooled. Just keep him MySpace. Stick it to Zuckerberg. Kanye 2020.
And last up, we got Jesse Hoff, the man of many languages.
Many languages,
Yes.
Oh my god. I also speak the language of love. That's not true. I haven't had a lover in months.
Good job. Great introduction. Well, the first story is the story we've all been waiting for. The brand new trailer for The Last Jedi. Vinny, is this the greatest trailer of all time?
I can't say yes because that is a subjective answer. Greatest? What does greatest mean?
Cut.
I don't know.
Just talking about Star Wars, not talking about the world greatest. Did you like the trailer?
The trailer was good, yes. I enjoyed it. I'm a little excited now. I didn't watch it, the newest one, until a few months after it came out. And I can say it's brought a little bit of that old spark of Star Wars love into me. It kind of features some cool stuff coming up in the new film that
What?
Yeah.
like.
I think, Brian, you have better points than Vinny.
What?
You have better points than
The
Vinny.
Vinny? I don't know.
Please.
This trailer, I just gave the overview. I kind of didn't want to watch it because I felt like the Force Awakens trailer gave a lot of the new elements away. And I feel like this trailer also did that because I feel like you get a lot of the beats. You're going to get Rey training with Luke, Kylo doing his thing. And then also I showed Kylo is going to kill Carrie Fisher. Like she's going to blow up. I feel
very confused on what's going on in the trailer for a
Let's
second.
let Jesse. What do you think is going on in this trailer?
Oh, I absolutely don't care for Star Wars. The only two things I don't roast me. The only two things
It's a movie
I
show.
saw.
You can't say that. It's like a sin.
Oh, absolutely not. Of Star Wars. The only two things I saw was Carrie Fisher, of course, because I love me some Carrie Fisher.
She's dead.
Oh
True,
my
rest in
god!
peace.
Don't ruin dreams.
Are you going to cry when she explodes on screen?
Definitely. It will be
It'll be
the
very
end.
moving when she explodes.
I will explode too. And I saw Adam Driver.
Yeah. You like Adam Driver?
I do not like
Oh.
Adam Driver.
Oh.
All right, we're done with yours. We're done. All right, come back to me. Camera back on me. Thank you. Continue with the trailer talk. We have the new trailer for the New Mutants. Brian, what did you think of the trailer?
I don't know. It's pretty interesting because it seems like superhero movies are getting into a sub-genre of themselves now.
Yes.
Because New Mutants is clearly a horror film and not Avengers saving the city. You have all these young superheroes trapped in an asylum of some sort, and looks like there's going to be a lot of body horror, a lot of like Freddy Krueger coming through the walls types of shots, blood.
It should be interesting.
It should be. I'm like, how does a superhero get scared when they have superpowers? Because shouldn't they be super powerful? You
don't think Superman ever got scared? Like,
Yeah,
Batman
like
ever
Freddy.
scared him?
Yeah, Freddy Krueger.
Hey, Batman, up!
Well, I'm sure like Shock was like he got jolted one time, but like Freddy Krueger shows up to fight Superman.
Now,
Superman
I
can do
would
whatever.
watch that 125%.
Freddy versus Superman.
Isn't that like the 15th
Yeah, that
Nightmare
one,
on Elm
brothers.
Street
now,
movie?
are the characters in the New Mutants film, are they mutants themselves?
they're the New Mutants.
So they are mutants,
Yeah.
and they're like this,
It's in the title.
this like
Yeah.
horror house
Yeah,
thing,
I don't know.
like haunted place or something.
I don't even know what the
See,
are they who's the I don't even know who's the scary person at this point. Like, is it a mutant that's bad? Is it the government or the people that run it bad?
Is
I
it your
don't.
mom?
Jesse, what
No.
do you think about this Mutants?
Well, I watched the trailer and it was more interesting than like other superhero things because, as we all know, I don't really care for those. Yeah, and I love horror movies and had like kind of a horror element. So
People screaming.
yeah, people scream, love me some. So yeah, it was better. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It won't be the best film ever. Won't be the worst film
But
ever.
better than Star Wars, right?
Better than Star Wars.
All right. Come back to me over here. Yes. Where are we? Yes. Next up, David Fisher said some not so nice things about Marvel. Jesse, what do you think about his comments?
Well, we all know I don't love Marvel. So, yeah, well, he used some difficult words. I'm not an English speaker, like not native, but I understood what he was trying to say. Like Marvel has a kind of formula that all the movies that come out of the Marvel factory have to like adapt to. Like same kind of people that work on it, and
It's just the same movie over and
yeah,
over again.
the same movie over and over. And like Edgar Wright was the director who first had to direct Ant-Man, and Marvel said, well, you're gonna get like not a lot of creativity for yourself to like influence the movie with what you think this movie should be. So he said,
Peace, yeah, Edgar Wright just left.
so
Oh,
I'm like, I'm
Wow.
totally with the negative.
Dave,
Yeah, with like the negative words Dave like said. Like there's not a lot of creativity with Marvel, and that's just how it is. It's a money machine.
yeah,
true.
they don't care
Very
about it.
true.
They
Very-
just want to put the same
very-
movie out. Hey, you go, Brian.
It's very mathematical Marvel movies.
Yes.
Like I still enjoy them, but you know beat for beat what's gonna happen.
Oh,
it go-
yeah.
It goes bam, like superhero origin, they say this and they say that. Like you know what's gonna happen.
But that's why people want to go see it. They want to see the same stories over and over again.
That's
It's true, but I feel like David Fincher, I mean, he's such a creative director and he has such vision that it's probably, Marvel's kind of, I get why it's like kind of offensive to him, and because he loves the craft, and Marvel movies, they're good, they're not really a
They
craft
just put in
though.
no creativity. They
Yeah.
found the formula. They finally figured it out.
He's like a 5-star chef, and then Marvel movies is easy mac and cheese that you put in the
Easy mac and
microwave.
cheese.
Like,
That
I
people
love
still
that.
eat.
I will eat that every day,
yeah.
but a chef's gonna
Good job,
be,
Vinny.
this is gross.
This is it going. Let it go. This is it going into the pan. Good job.
Yeah, going in the pan.
All right, you speak.
I don't know. I'm with him. Not much of a Marvel fan. Superheroes, really. I think what he said in a quote was like, "It's 22 minutes of just climax, and then the
True.
rest of it is just filler,
Yeah.
and then there's the end."
Naturally.
And it's like,
That's what people see.
That's what
that's
people
what
want.
we want.
That's all I
People
got.
don't want new things. They want the same old things, and they don't want to be able to think.
They want-
to see Scarlett Johansson kicking butt in latex.
They want 20 minutes of climax and then buy a pre-faded Captain America T-shirt.
Yes, yes.
That's the American way.
the American
All
way.
right.
He's Captain America for a reason.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, okay. Huh, what should I talk about? Okay, we'll be right back after this quick bathroom break. See you guys later. See you fuckers.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Danse, balance, suis la cadence. On devient tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence. Dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Okay, now it's time for something a little bit new. We're going to list our top 5 Spielberg films. We'll start with me, obviously, because I have the best list. Then we'll go down the line and each give our bottom 4. All right. So my number 5, E.T. Great movie about an alien who lands here and a little boy finds him. Great movie. Number 4. What? No?
No.
Number 5, E.T. All right, I wanted to go on, but E.T., I love E.T. Want to know why? E.T. is the only alien that didn't come here to destroy humans. He came here for peace and to touch a little kid's finger. E.T. phone home. What alien eats candy and soda and watches movies with little kids?
My mom.
And he also made a bike fly. No other alien can do that. All right, Vinny, you're up.
Let's pull on my list
It's like an
real quick.
amazing story like that. I think it's weird
excuse
that
me,
it's
Vinny's
only
turn.
number.
I could be wrong, as I was told, but number 5 for me would be Twister. And reason being, I used to watch that on repeat when I was a child because Twister scared me.
You scared of twisters?
I'm still scared of Twisters.
Come
not
to your
those
house.
Oh
kinds.
my god.
But Bill Paxton, phenomenal in that movie.
R.I.P.
Has all that great action, suspense, not really suspense, but just terror of twisters coming at you. So yeah, I'd have to give that a number 5 on my hot list of Spielberg films.
Brian
All
Murphy.
right, 5. I'm gonna have to go with Encounters of the Third Kind. I think this movie is a good Spielberg alien movie. It's not for little children. This is an alien movie for men. And like a lot of the cinematography is great. Like you have this shot of the spaceship. You got the fog coming in. You got the lights. You got the whatever little music communicator thing they got there. And it's really immersive. And there's the whole mystery the whole time. You want to know what's up with these aliens, what's going on. It keeps you glued to the screen to know what happens the whole time. And then it doesn't, but you had such a good time, you don't really care. And so that's why it's my number 5.
Mr. Hoff.
Well, you guys can laugh all you want,
Here we go.
but my number 5 is War of the Worlds.
That's
The
fine.
Brad Pitt one?
That's
Yes.
No, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Oh, one thing I saw is Tom Cruise has like one tooth
Yeah.
like
It's
in the middle of his face.
Wow.
But that's besides the
Back to the
point.
movie.
Yeah, War of the Worlds.
It's War of the Worlds is one of the first Spielberg movies I ever saw as a child. And it had like not a big impact on me. It's no E.T., but it's just it has a good story, good acting, good special effects. The aliens are scary.
Until they die from a common cold.
Yes.
Don't ruin the movie.
Yeah, no spoilers.
It's a teleplay
okay.
from like the 30s.
But it's just
Yeah, but it's a movie. It's different. It's
Yeah.
not, it's not a play. It's not a radio play.
All right.
it's just I
All right,
watched this
Jesse.
child and that's why I liked it.
You talked enough. So now I'm gonna go for my number 4. My number 4 has to be Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. What a phenomenal movie! Harrison Ford, that girl, Short Round, right? Short Round.
That's Temple of Doom.
No,
It's Temple of
Short
Doom.
Round.
You're
You're jumping ahead.
But great movie. Indiana Jones is, I think, a great series until the last movie that came out with Shia LaBeouf. But we don't really talk about that one.
Oh, I hate
I loved Indiana Jones because the guy is such a bad A mother effer, man. What a bad A. You know, with his hat and his dad is bad.
That's
Yeah.
the third one.
Yeah,
You're
it's the
naming
third
all
one?
That's
the
the
movies.
third one.
Indiana
What
Jones
is the
in general.
one?
You should have just
All right,
said
we're
Indiana
going to
Jones in
Vinny.
general.
All right,
Vinny.
4.
I'm gonna pull the list out again. Oh man.
Vinny, hurry up.
I put Adventures of Tintin for my number 4. I actually really enjoyed it. It was written by Edgar Wright, and it had Simon Pegg co-voicing a character. It's very whimsical. It's got a nice child heart, lighthearted comedy story to it, and it got me right in the feels watching it. So that's why it was number 4 for me.
Right, Murphy, you're up.
Number 4 is, I would also say Lost Ark. It's not my favorite Indiana Jones, as you'll see in my list, but this really set the tone for one of the most memorable series of all time. It's got action, lightheartedness, and also has one of the most memorable scenes ever when the Nazis' face get melted off. And I saw that on VHS as a little 6-year-old boy, and it's horrifying. They deserved it, but it's horrifying, and you don't think it's gonna that's once again I like about a lot of Spielberg films, and this shows in it, is that he has that lightheartedness, but then he gets there's blood in his movies.
Gritty.
He's real life.
It's like that Nazi getting hit by that helicopter and blood splattering everywhere. That's real life.
Well, he's a
that
Nazi,
happened.
okay.
It is.
That
Yeah,
happened.
he deserved it. And
Punch Nazis in the face.
it's true.
That's the new motto. You're up, Mr. Hoff.
Well, my number 4 is Jaws. I've just seen it recently with a friend of mine.
First time.
First time.
How can you be on the show and just see Jaws the first time?
I don't have a lot of time on my hands, okay? I had like 2 jobs, but whatever. So Jaws, a horror film, love horror. The shark looks fine. I think this is one of the movies that aged well. Like, it could have gone very campy and awful after like a couple of years. But it looks great, acting is fun. It's just, it did a lot to America, I would say,
First
or
blockbuster.
the world. Like, to blockbuster.
Yeah.
It's like people were afraid of beaches for a while for a reason.
Still am.
Still am, but that's because of my body weight, not of sharks. So, it's just, it has so much influence. Love me some.
All right, so my number 3, Jurassic Park Part 1, first one. What a fabulous movie. The acting was great. The dinosaurs are great. What a great idea for a premise of a movie. Hey, let's make a park where we can bring back all the dinosaurs. And hey, nothing bad will happen. Well, they were wrong. A lot of bad stuff happened. A lot of bad stuff. I thought Jurassic Park was one of his monumental films because
Definitely.
it never skipped a beat. The scene where the dinosaur is gonna eat them in the
toilet?
the
The
Jeep.
Toilet.
Oh.
The
Gee, wait, which one? Like the kids, the
Yeah,
T-Rex,
with the
that
kids,
comes
okay,
down,
yeah.
and he pushes the glass up.
The first time I saw that, I was freaking out because I thought it was amazing. And then the part where they're inside the museum and they escape the little T-Rexes. That's my favorite
Raptors?
part too. Yeah, whatever. Vinny, you go.
Man, I gotta stop closing this list. I
Why
believe
don't you
my
just
number
leave this
3,
open?
because that's too much effort. Saving Private Ryan would be my number 3. I wouldn't say it was my favorite, but it was definitely in the high list because it takes the war film and it just blows it up, literally. It makes it changed the game for war films. You started seeing different camera techniques being used, different styles of writing, almost in a sense, for that kind of film. So much gore, That was not typical of a Spielberg film at that time.
A lot of war films.
But I mean, it did change history for horror or war films after that. So we started seeing all sorts of different things. And the cast was A+.
Vin Diesel. Nathan Fillion.
Wait,
top
Nathan
bill.
Fillion? I didn't know he
He
was in
is in
that.
it.
Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
Actually. I guess Murphy. You can
Number
go.
3,
Don't
yeah.
talk so bad.
All right. My number 3 is Schindler's List. I mean, it's a pretty serious film. It's kind of the most serious film Spielberg's ever done, easily. I mean, the tackles such a heavy subject, but does it so deftly. It really tells a tale of kind of defying the odds, with Schindler being not even a Jewish man, but fighting against the horrors of World War II and the Holocaust. And like the tone with it hits it just right, with it just being in black and white, and all the cinematography is great. And even like the horrible Nazi actors, they're done so well that you feel it really puts it in perspective with it, because they do such a good job, but like being bad people.
It felt real the first time I saw it.
It did. It's a very
Felt real.
visceral
Very
film.
real. Jesse?
I don't want to talk about my number 3 because you already talked about it. My number 3, My number 3 is E.T. Oh my god!
Yes.
I just this brings back memories. It's also one that I watched when I was very young, and I love me some aliens. And it's so heartwarming. It has such a great story and about friendship, whatever, and about kids being kids and making friends and whatever. It brings back so many memories, and it's just the acting is great. Like the cinematography is fun. It's just a fun movie. You can just see.
That's all I
that
want from movies. I want it to be fun.
yeah,
Good time.
and you can just see that the actors and the director that they just had fun telling this story, and that's all I'm asking as a moviegoer. Like, I should have fun, but the people on the other side of the screen should have fun as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go with my number 2. Already been said by you. Jaws. Number 2 for me is Jaws. Again, another great story. Just a story about how can you make a story just about a shark terrorizing a town so good? Just do what Steven Spielberg did and make it fantastic. It was great. Like you said, it made people fear water for the longest time. It just was so realistic at the time that right now, if you look at that shark, it looks like a puppet. It doesn't look real at all. But the acting was great and the story was great and the way he directed it, I can't even explain it how awesome it was. I loved every minute of it. Vinny?
My number 2, you had stated as your number 5, I believe. Raiders of the Lost Ark. I really that one brought me into like the adventure mode of life. It was just kind of crazy to see someone think that someone might exist in a weird reality, running around finding artifacts and saving them from Nazis, and I thought that was amazing. It was the way it was shot. It wasn't like just watching a regular movie. It was like watching an adventure happening from someone's eyes. So definitely
Great theme song too.
It's great theme song. Yes.
Right.
My number 2 is Saving Private Ryan. This kind of, before World War II movies, you thought of old John Wayne, just fighting the good fight, taking it to whoever was in his way. But after Saving Private Ryan, it changed everything about World War II. It changed how video games portrayed World War II, like Call of Duty is just Saving Private Ryan done over again. Band of Brothers, The Pacific, all this stems from Saving Private Ryan, and you know why? Because it just has such an impact in portraying war and its power and its destructive force, really. Like the D-Day scene, I was in a classroom where we watched it, and a fellow classmate fainted from the D-Day scene.
Are you serious?
100% on the floor, because that dude, he loses his arm, and then he picks it up with his other arm, and you're like, that's messed up. That's wrong. War is bad. We should not do war.
No. Don't do war, kids.
Well, you know who it is.
Well, also my number 2, Saving My Private Ryan.
Hey.
It's just like Jaws. It changed things in like movie. It normally, like, most of the times, what am I saying? Most of the times you can see that movies are movies. There's a certain glamour, like romanticization of whatever is portrayed in the movie. Saving Private Ryan doesn't do that at all. Mm-hmm. It's like it's war in its like purest, like rawest. Yeah, it's so ugly. Yeah. It's such an ugly film. It doesn't try to be beautiful or anything.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
And that's you gotta have balls as a director to like choose your choose that kind
style.
Of style or form.
Yeah. All right, well, it's time for one last break. We'll be right back with each of our top number 1 picks.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Danse, balance sur la cadence, ondule bien tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence. Dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
My dad's one of the producers.
Bring this one.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Welcome back. Time for the final stretch where we will each give our top Spielberg films. My number one, it's been said already, but I don't care. Saving Private Ryan is the best movie of all time.
All time.
Not of all time. Spielberg's the best movie of all time. One of the greatest war movies I have ever seen. You know why? It's all in the detail of the movie. I'll tell you a scene. A detailed scene that maybe a lot of people don't know about. You guys probably know about the scene where it's the D-Day scene, and the medic is trying to help one of the guys out, and he gets shot in the back, and the bullet goes through the water bottle and goes through him. If you watch closely, water doesn't come out of the water bottle. His blood mixed with water comes out of the water bottle. Amazing. Who thinks of that? Who thinks of that detail? That's what it's all about. It was the most realistic war movie at the time, and when you watch it right now, it holds up. It's better than any of these other war movies that come out. Just the arm scene alone. Who thinks of a guy blowing up his arm? Who's gonna pick it up? The guy's gonna run away.
Someone who actually
just the lives of these guys, and Tom Hanks in a war movie. Who saw that coming? Oh man, I love
Big,
that movie.
Big in War, Mr. Big, whatever.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Vinny, you're up, man.
So my number one was also already said. I put Jurassic Park because it had a huge impact on me as a child. It was the first Spielberg film I'd ever seen. I loved dinosaurs back then as a kid. They were always crazy things to think about, and seeing them presented in like almost a realistic way.
They don't have feathers.
They don't have feathers, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, whatever. We can get past that.
90s science. It's all right.
It was just, I don't know. It opened my mind about what the world used to be as a kid, and I thought that was just a fantastical way of seeing it.
Fantastical.
That is a word, I think. The cast, I only know Sam Neill, I believe his name is, and then Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum's amazing.
It was so good in that, and it was just like, loved it.
Jeff Goldblum role.
That was the one, and the bathroom scene where he's in the toilet.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
I thought that was the lawyer.
Is that the lawyer?
Yeah, it is the lawyer.
Oh no, he's in the back of the truck. Yeah. Okay.
It's like
we don't make
passed
mistakes here, ladies and gentlemen. I made a
Sorry.
Like T-Rex eating the dude on a toilet's pretty good. And my number one is Jaws, the Jurassic Park of the Sea. Because really,
Good way to say that. All day.
Yeah, Jaws, it's the first blockbuster he ever did, and personally, I think it's his best. Like the whole time, once again, it's such a simple presence. Shark in water, people in water. He's got to fill an hour 30 of it. It's got to be entertaining the whole time, and it is. And it set up so many, once again, like people, like beach going went down for like 10 years because of Jaws. And like,
good.
Yeah, it did.
Hate the beach.
You hate the beach? It's what the town was built on.
It did destroy that town. That shark really destroyed the town.
It did. And like the boat eating scene, it's this horrible puppet that never worked ever. Spielberg hated the puppet. Yeah. And like when you watch it, you feel like it's a real shark. You never notice the fakeness of the shark. And that movie's close to 30 years old at this point, or over 30
That's
years
over
old.
30.
It's
Jesse,
still
it's
still
your
the
turn
best.
to shine.
Yeah, I don't want to roast anybody or whatever. Coming back to Jaws, which is not my number one, but I don't think that it's so apparent that it's a fake puppet.
Wait, what's your number
What
one
do you
movie?
mean? It looks
My
like a
number,
pretty
yeah, I think it's pretty real. My number one movie is Schindler's List. It's just why? What?
Nothing. It's just the way you said it was weird.
Oh, thanks. Well, it's a German name. Like
Yeah.
German is close to Dutch, whatever. But it's also like Saving Private Ryan. Very raw, very bold. It tells an awful story. That's true. But it's very gruesome. But it's a story that has to be told. Like we need to know about things like the Second World War and what happened to the Jews. It's like it's not fun. It's not a fun subject. But it's certainly a thing that we have to learn about. The only thing I didn't really like about this movie was Liam Neeson, because I know him.
All right. Well,
Pride of the
I'll
Emerald
let you
Isles.
later. Well, guys, good job, guys. But that does it here for us this week. We're off again next week. See you all soon.
Oh.